for joining us. Maybe just an opening question will just be your thoughts, heading into the match. It's a quarterfinal of the MTN 8, and it's also coming up against Cape Town City.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you had a fantastic little break away from football. You guys enjoyed the Euros that we were blessed with and the Olympics. But now, the all importance and ever so lively PSL is back. So hopefully, this season we can all have a fantastic time and things will start changing. So we can have you guys present with us in the stadiums and the fans as well. That's what we're praying for. Okay, but welcome back, everyone. And then, I think for AmaZulu Football Club, I think it's a privilege for us, that we're participating in the MTN 8, because it's been many, many years that AmaZulu hasn't found themselves playing in this competition, and it's a fantastic way for us to test ourselves against the ever top teams in the league. We've had a fantastic time last season where we finished second, and I think now we have an opportunity to prove and to show to everybody that we are as competitive. Like last season wasn't just a one-off, and where it was just that maiden season where one team from out of nowhere will come and make a difference, and AmaZulu was that team. So now we want to prove to people that, we've stepped up. We've stepped up our game and we deserve to be there. And come Sunday, we're going to prove that on Sunday while we finish second in the league. So we're looking forward to it. But I think it's a great opening match for us to embark on the new start of the PSL. So we're looking forward, and I think we're nearly there. We're nearly ready. We've just had a few new players join the team. So it's trying to integrate them and making them understand the way that AmaZulu Football Club plays, the philosophy, the system. So you're just trying to make these players integrate with our system. But come Sunday, hopefully it will be okay, and we'll be guns blazing. And it's a competitive game, and it's a game that's very meaningful to myself and for the technical staff that we have, because obviously we have some connections with the team that we play against, so it's always nice and always competitive. That you play against your old team, your old friends, your old chairman. So so we're looking forward to the challenge, and we're looking to make it home advantage count, and we make it to make it interesting, because we think this is a perfect opportunity for us, where we can maybe add silverware to us, and playing in the MTN 8 gives you the perfect opportunity. It's all the top 8 teams in the league. So it's no easy slouch of matches, it's every single match is difficult, but you have to just put a string of matches together, top quality matches, and then you find yourself in the final. So that's what we are hoping to get that consistency level. Also, we a serious team, and I think to just top that off, when you add silverware, then I think players buy more into what we're doing and seeing that it is working. So for us, Sunday's match is the Euro final.
Thank you, Coach. Colleagues of the media, I see we've got a lot of hands, so I will only be allowing one question per person. I'll start with Rob.
Hey, Benny. Hope you're well.
Hey, Robster. All good, mate. How are you?
Good. Coach, I obviously got to see how you came back at the beginning of every preseason, re-energized, ready for new challenges. Has it been the same this season? Since you've come back, have you got a whole lot of new ideas to bring to the team?
Of course, Rob. Listen, I think for me, the most important was just to spend time with my family because I haven't seen them in 6 months since joining AmaZulu. So I genuinely just disconnected from football and I enjoyed every second that I was at home with them. And yeah, they just gave me a new lease of life. So I came back and obviously we added some new players, some of them that I wanted to add to the squad. So I kind of got a few of the players that I wanted on my list to add to the strength to the squad that we already have. So I've got that. So I had really no complaints. We had little bumps here and there, but I think the enthusiasm is there. And I think the main ultimate goal, the passion is very much alive. And when the passion is there, then everything else in my body function. So we brought a lot of passion to the side now. So yeah, everyone is just excited, and you can see the training sessions, the optimists in the team, and like players believing that we can do even better than what we did last season. So yeah, so Sunday is a fantastic test because I think as good and well prepared we think we are, I think Cape Town City, they always have something special about them. They have some phenomenal players. They have brilliant players. They're a very well organized team. I should know because I was part of it. So yeah, it's going to be exceptionally difficult. And now them having Eric back as the coach, and everyone knows that Eric is a very disciplinarian. So he'll bring some discipline into that side, a better structure. So yeah, they'll be exceptionally hard to beat, hard to play against, and it won't be nothing like the game that we played against them when we came out victors in Cape Town City. So at the Cape Town Stadium. So it's going to be a very interesting, exciting game, but I'm very confident in the passion that I have at the moment. And when that passion is there, good luck to any other team, because my players will feel when they step on that field, they step on that field with the same passion that fuels me. So yeah, whoever we're up against, you're in for a very difficult and a very long 90 minutes of football.
David?
Hi, Benny, Mr. Coach of the Season. Welcome back. It's David from
Thanks, Dave.
I just wanted to find out quickly if you can give us an injury update of which players are available and which not. You've obviously made some signings as well. And then, sorry, I have to ask this question.
No,
said
David,
last week.
David, let's be fair. I'll come back to you if we still have a chance. So you've got
Okay, no
one
problem.
question. Let's give others a chance, please. Thanks.
The injury updates. We have small niggles. Sia Rasta Sitebe, he's got a bit of a niggle because obviously due to the fact that he played in the COSAFA Cup with Bafana. So he's came back and we gave him 2 weeks break, 2 weeks off the team. And obviously with the amount of football that he played, it's not enough. So now he just felt a little bit of stiffness in there. So he should be okay come Sunday, I'm hoping. Tabo Kalinga is suffering also with a little bit of a knee and a groin strain. So hopeful, but I very much doubted that he'll be available. To participate in Sunday's MTN 8 qualifiers. Pilani Zulu is also another one, obviously due to the fact that Kaizer Chiefs went to the final of the CAF Champions League and the players haven't had any of a break. So he's also feeling that he's also got a very tight hamstring, but we're trying to manage it correctly. And so that we can have him available, not just for Sunday, but for the remainder of the season as well. So, you know, they're having a lot of rest during training sessions and missing a lot of training sessions because we want the players fully recovered. And then obviously we just have a few players just with like minor, nothing to worry about. And then and then the announcement, new players will be confirmed soon. And obviously Khotso Moleko has joined us. It's a player that I was very interested in. He was let go by Kaizer Chiefs, and I think he's got a wealth of experience, and he'll give us just another different dimension that we already have in the team. And then obviously we finalized Pule Extin as well. So these two players join our camp. I think some experience with exciting young talent that we've got coming through the ranks. So yeah, so the team looks very, very stable. We look good. We don't look anything special like your Sundowns, your Chiefs, the signings, the lucrative signings that they made. But I think with where we at and where we want to go, these players were the perfect fit for what we needed. So I'm very, very satisfied. I'm very happy. So yeah, we're just anticipating very carefully the return of Rasta Sitebe and the 100% guarantee about Bilani Zulu, players with little niggles here and there. And then for Sunday, I think, yeah, we'll be ready to go to war.
Okay, Bafana. Okay, seems like he's not there. Let's move on to Robin Duke.
I just wanted to find out, playing at the Moses Mabhida Stadium, AmaZulu haven't played there, I think, since they lost to Sundowns in January last year. Was that your decision or was the club decision? And also, just also on that issue,
No,
I remember last season.
Robin Duke.
No, it's
Robin
the same
Duke.
thing. Which one?
It's one question, and then you'll get another chance. We'll come back to you if because you're saying you've got a question and then you're saying also, so that's another question. So let the coach answer and then we'll come back. Thanks.
Hey, Robin. No, obviously, listen, Moses Mabhida is a football stadium. We were just very unfortunate. The pitch, the stadium went through some renovations and difficulties, so we weren't able to play our football matches there last season. And we had to use Kings Park Rugby Stadium, and it's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. It's been an absolute pleasure for us. We became accustomed to the pitch, and we kind of made it a fortress, you know. So it is with good sadness that we won't be playing our MTN 8 match against Cape Town City at the Kings Park, Kings Park Stadium, due to the fact that on Friday, they have a rugby match. There's a rugby match the Sharks is playing, and the PSL then has just noted that because of the fact that the rugby match is played on Friday night, so the pitch, the preparation won't be ready for our match, which was supposed to be played on Saturday, and then it got moved to the Sunday. So then we had to use an alternative venue. And obviously we went to have a look at Moses Mabhida. We trained there one day, and the pitch is in excellent condition. And when you're a footballer and you step foot on Moses Mabhida and you see the pitch, the way it's looking at the moment, your mouth is watering, and you should answer yourself a question. If you can't play football in this stadium and on that pitch, then you're not a footballer, you know. So that is what we have at the moment. So due to the rugby match on Friday, so the PSL has advised us that we must play our match at another stadium because of the preparation for the pitch to be ready for the MTN game. So that's why we're playing on Moses Mabhida. But the way the pitch is looking, I'm actually hoping that we would be able to allow to play all our matches there, because we can make it a fortress. And with the way AmaZulu is going, and once the fans will be able to allow back into the stadiums when all this malarkey of COVID dies down, I think AmaZulu have the capabilities of filling that stadium or making it a football stadium with a hell of an atmosphere.
Thank you, Coach. Sobri? Sobri, are you there? Okay, I'll move on to Tashrik.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Go first.
Okay.
Tashrik, let him go first. It's fine. Sobri, you can go.
Okay, Coach. Congratulations for being the coach of the season, and then you are a fresh of air. I'll tell you one thing. Mine is not a question per se. Maybe I'll follow up with Fatu, because I always wanted to have one-on-one with you. I don't know whether you mind if I can make an arrangement to talk to Fatu. Yes.
Sobri,
Yes.
I'll get you in touch with Brilliant, who's the club media officer, and you can arrange for that. Let's just respect this platform. It's for
no problem. No problem.
Yeah,
Thank you very
Tashrik, you
much.
can go ahead.
Thanks, Fatu. Hi, Coach. Welcome back. The off season, you said you spent some time with your family and haven't really been watching. But I'm sure deep down you've been keeping tabs on some of the teams, Mamelodi Sundowns, Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, all these big name teams making, a number of signings, not just in the PSL, but all around Europe as well. There's something a bit in the air that makes me sense that this upcoming season, not just for South African football, but world football in itself, something seems to snap. Given the fact that we've went through COVID-19 and we're still going through this pandemic, you feel that the upcoming season, given the fact that you had a pre-season, there's so much riding on, especially for yourself as well as for AmaZulu, given the fact that you turn around the fortunes of the club and make them into a title-chasing team. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Tashrik. Of course. I have been watching the social media platform, Soccer Laduma, if I may say so, to see what's been happening with other teams. Kaizer Chiefs in particular, I think, they've turned a lot of heads with the signings that they made, bringing back players like Keegan Dolly from Europe, very exciting. And I think, Chiefs made their intentions very clear, and it kind of made you a bit jealous, because of, we were pretty quiet in the market. We were pretty quiet because we felt that the team deserves, the players that got the team to where we are, they deserve a shot, they deserve the shot, that having the opportunity, that worked so hard to get yourself into the Champions League, and now that you might not be part of the squad, but that's football for you. You can't have soft out, because at the end of the day, it might cost me my job, and I want to succeed in that. So yes, Chiefs and Sundowns, they had made the better signings, and they've been exceptionally busy, and they look very well prepared. But like I said, we there to compete, and we know the players that we added to the squad, they're good enough, and they will make us even a better squad. They will definitely make us stronger than what we were. And we're just going to have to go out there and compete. And like you said, this is going to be an exciting and a very, very good PSL season, probably going to be a record-breaking PSL season. because what you see with what teams have done, so it's going to be a much tighter affairs, and more teams are going to surprise everyone in the league this season, and AmaZulu, we want to be in and amongst also, the chasing pack. So I know Sundowns, they're the strongest because obviously they are now 3 times PSL champions, and Chiefs now have stated their claim that they're gonna be pushing all the way. They brought in Stuart Baxter, the experienced coach, a title-winning coach for them. So they brought in him. So the signings that you see, that they also want to push for it. And then I think Orlando Pirates will always be there. Pirates, they might go around doing their business quietly this time, but Pirates will always be there and thereabout. I think Swallows have made some decent signings. Cape Town City has also been big movers. Maritzburg is going to be one of the surprising teams that I think that we're going to see this season. They'll definitely not be in the wrong end of the league table come this season, And yeah, AmaZulu will also be there and thereabout. Might not be solid or the way we ended last season. We might be better, or you don't know. So I'm just hoping that we're going to be able to work the way we worked last season to compete. And then if we do that, then we give ourselves every other chance, like every other team in the league, to be there and thereabout.
Thank you, Coach. Let's move on to Masebe.
Thanks, Fatu. Hi, Coach. Hope you're good.
How's it, Masebe?
I'm good. Coach, you spoke about Khotsomoleko and Pule Extian. And what's the latest on Justin Shonga? We understand that you also had him in training, and we understand that he was on the club's radar. Are you still deciding on him, or you're not signing him? Thanks.
Yes, no. Khotsomoleko and Pule was players that I had on my list before the end of the season. Together with Bilani Zulu, and obviously because with the signings that Chiefs were making, so we kind of anticipated that some of the players will be let go, and we might go and do inquiries about them. And then when the news broke that they were let go for free, so why not? So we jumped at first because they are players that I like very much. I like the mentality that they have. I like the mindset also that these players have. They come from a team that's a big team, so they come with a different mentality, a different mindset to a team where you're not as big as your rivals, So they've been taught good values where they come from. So yeah, so they can add a hell of a lot to our squad. And that's why I was very interested in getting these players. So I managed to get them, which I was grateful for the club for getting me the players that I wanted. Pule Extian, I've been in contact with probably for over a year. We kept touch, we kept base, while he was still playing in Azerbaijan. So we were in touch, and I always said that he was a player that I would also love to work with one day. So the opportunity arises, and I made note to the president and the board that this is a player that, I think can also come and add and give us a different dimension. The way we play, he brings flair, he brings just quality, and he's gone and has been for 2-3 seasons in Europe. I know people say, yeah, Azerbaijan, but it's Europe. It's a European country, and their levels is higher standards than what we have. So he's got that experience. So he comes with that experience into my team, and he'll just lift the team up even a touch more than what we have. So yeah. And then obviously we had an opportunity. I was asked about Justin Shonga, and said he was a player, he wanted to come and train, he wanted to come and see if we see maybe if he can add something different to the squad. And I allowed, I said, yes, no, I like the boy, I like the player. If he comes, yeah, he just have to show me, what he's got and that. So he was training with us with a view that we might sign him if we like what we see, and if it's something different than what he offers, different than what the squad that we already have. And then yeah, so he's been really, really good. He's worked exceptionally hard and this, but I think the fact that he hasn't played as much as the last seasons or the last 2 seasons just put him on the back foot a little bit. And unfortunately, we need a player to come in and just be able to click like that with the team and give us the goals and give us what we need, So unfortunately for him, the position we were looking for was for somebody to come in and be better than the strikers that we have, or give us something different than the strikers that we have. And with Justin, it was just, we needed time to get him to that level, but time is not on our side, We've got so many competitions. The MTN 8 is upon us. The CAF Champions League is coming. The league is starting. So how much time we might need to get him to there, as maybe by then your rivals have put daylight between you and them. So unfortunately, it was maybe not to be, wrong timing maybe for it. So yeah, so we won't be signing Justin, and it's unfortunate because I think the boy does have a lot of quality. He's really good, and if you can get him back to that level, fitness levels and that, but yeah, he's gonna need time to get himself back to the fitness levels and that, because he hasn't played regular football for the past season and a half. So that is a long time to be out of football, and then just to come back and to think you're gonna rediscover that form that everyone knows that you have is not so. And unfortunately for him, we just don't have the time to work to get him to that level. So, and that's why the club and we decided against signing him, which I'm really sad for the player, because like I said, he's got all the quality, he's got all the attributes, and he just need a bit of time to get himself back to that level, and then he'll be able to give you that quality. But every club that sign players, you sign players with immediate effect. You want them to come in and hit the ground running straight away, not wait 1 or 2 or 3 months time. So yeah, that's the business, that's the nature of our business, and unfortunately the player now has to suffer the consequences, and yeah, so he's not with us no longer.
Thank you, Coach. Bafana?
Hi, Coach. How are you? I hope everything else is going well. I mean, from the sound of it, it sounds like everything is going perfectly. Understand you probably still are in the market, and with the schedule that you have this season, obviously you would need a squad number that you can actually work with. What is your ideal squad size that you would like to work with this year?
Hey, Bafana, all good, my man. Hope you too. Hope you're good as well. Now, very interesting question. I think the fact that we're in the CAF Champions League now as well, I had to just add a little bit. So for me, the ideal number of players that I want a 26-man squad. I want a solid 26-man squad. 3 goalkeepers and 23 outfield players, because that's a squad that you can manage very well. And it's a squad that leaves you open to add younger players into the mix. You know, you can then give another 4 or 5 young MDC players. You can integrate them with the team, so which doesn't make things so cramped and complicated. And when you're selecting a 20-man squad, you're not leaving 11 players out the team and taking 20. So then it becomes exceptionally hard how you tell a guy who's worked his socks off the whole week that is not in the 20-man squad for this camp. And that's when it's 23 players, you know, there's always that chance. It's only 3 players that you have to disappoint instead of 11 players. You know, I know it's heartbroken whether it's a smaller amount, but it's just far more manageable, because with that amount, then you also deal with little injuries here and there, little niggles. So you would lose along the way 1 or 2 players, and then it's 1 player that you maybe disappoint. But when you have a squad of 32, 33, yeah, now you have to say to 12 players, unfortunately, this week was not your best week. So you out the team, and then there's 10 more to come. So yeah, so that's crazy. So 26 is the magic number for me, where you have 3 goalkeepers in there and then a 23-man squad.
Okay, thank you, Coach. With your permission, can I take last 2 to 3 questions?
Yeah, no, sure.
Cool.
Perfect.
I'll start with front runner, and then I'll give the other people that needed to ask second questions. Front runner.
Thank you, Fatu. Afternoon, Coach. Can you please elaborate on Lambo's role for you this season? Because towards the end of last season, he didn't seem to get much game time, if I'm not mistaken. He could have been injured. I could be wrong as well. Just Lambo's role for your side. Thank you.
As a front runner, Kolam Lambo. No, listen, like I said, we've got a massive squad, and I love competition. I love a challenge. I love to compete with my teammates in the team, and then I love to take the fight, the competition to the opposition, and that's how it works. So players fight for the positions, players work hard, and this and that. So unfortunately for Kola at the time, you know, he started the season since I joined. He played almost every game, and then he got injured, which kept him out the team for a bit with injury. And the players that took his position, his place, and then came into the team did really well, and the team was winning, and you don't change a winning team. So yeah, the competition just got fiercer, you know. So the doors are wide open for everyone. No one is guaranteed in this team. No one has a fixed place. From number 1 to number 11, every single one has every chance in the team, and it's what you show me on training. So you basically select yourself, and that's how it works. So the players that you see starting the AmaZulu team is the players who selected themselves on the training pitch. And if you're not there, then you have to compete with your teammate. You have to work harder. You have to do better. And that's how it works with me, you know. But every single player to me is super important. They know the importance roles that they play. And if it's maybe not the first 11, you start the first match, then you work. You might start the next game, because the next game is 5 days later, the start of the league, and that's how it works. So how you perform in training is you decide, how we decide who plays and who tactically suits the team. But Kola is very special player, and a very, very important player to me, as much as Makaula, as much as Sitebe, as much as Veli Motua, as much as Tapelo Toki, as much as Sandile Kumalo, as much as Samkelo Mkwazela, as much as Majoro, as much as Bongyuntuli, every single player, very important to me. But when I select this 11, I select this 11 based on what players have given me the week in training, and that's how the team gets picked.
Okay, it seems like we've really gone over time. Nkululeko, please straight to the question.
Coach, when you joined AmaZulu, you predicted that Moto will become a Bafana Bafana player. We saw Tepang Moremi last weekend in the KZN Premier's Cup. For those who don't know him, how can we describe him and what can we expect from him? Thanks.
I think he's a very brave kid. He's young, he's brave, he's got a huge heart, big heart, and I love that. You know, some of the things when you watch him, I see a lot of myself in him as well, because at his age, that's how I was. I was full of myself, I was confident, I wasn't afraid of anyone that I was up against. I respect everyone, but I wasn't afraid of anyone. And that's what he's gotten. And he's shown that, you know, he's come through the preseason with flying colors, and he's been one of our best players in preseason. So I'm not afraid that at the age of any player, if you show me that you can do it there, you're willing to take risk and take chances, and then you go. At Cape Town City, I had another young boy that was very much similar to what I see now, Gift Links. And I told him just never to lose what he has, you know. He breeds fear into anyone when you has the speed that he has, the ability, the skills set, and the awareness on the field to do that. And that's how you got to play according to you. We will instruct you on how to fit in the system and how to do this, how to do that. But when you want the ball, we want your creativity, we want your braveness, you know. So that's what he's done. And yeah, he's the next big thing. And in my opinion, if I can predict for the boy, I think this season is going to be his stepping stone. And hopefully next season, we'll be seeing him playing as well, making his move to Europe, because I think he's got a little bit of Raheem Sterling in him. He's got a little bit of Leroy Sané in him. He's a left footer. He's smooth, very good on the eye. He's brave. He's not afraid for challenges. He gets stuck in there, and he's lightning quick. So yeah, so under our guidance, myself and the technical team that we have, we're going to monitor the boy really well. We're going to keep him level-headed. He will not get ahead of himself, that is for sure. And I will convince the president that Europe-bound he will be. And you heard it here first, sir.
Okay, thank you, Coach. David and Robin Juk, do you still have questions? I know I promised you a second one. David, if you have, please go ahead and straight to the question, please.
No, I'm all good. Thanks,
You're
Benny.
good? Okay.
Benny answered a lot. Thank you.
Robin Juk.
Coach, what happened to Shaba?
Football, my friend, life happened. I've got a group of young, talented players that won't come through if we keep holding on to the senior players, and obviously I think Shaba has been a fantastic player to have. He's given the knowledge that he had, passed it on to the team, and he might feel that he could still, you know, give more and that, and I definitely think so. But for me, the way the game has evolved, the way how fast the game is now, you see that these young boys, they run for fun, you know, and it's about speed, And the way we play, I play a very high pressing game. I like my front men to work really hard. And if you don't have that hard work ethic, and then you'll find yourself struggling to get into the team. And I think, at times the pace of the game was just ahead of us, because Shaba is from my generation, he's given us unbelievable qualities. He's a brilliant football player, super nice guy, very good for the young players around, and he's always helpful, and it's been phenomenal, But I think having a Shaba there, then you lose the potential of a Tsepang, of a Teko, Shonga. So we've got a lot of young players coming through. So if you hold on to the senior players, the young players just not going to get their shout. They're not going to get the opportunity. And if they close to the level of the senior players, then you have to throw them in. I don't want to be that guy that says, I had this kid that's 18, 19 years old, but because I was holding on for dear life, I only released him when he's 23. How can you say he's young anymore? He's grown. He can have kids. He can be married by then. So he's not a young player anymore. And 18, 19, 20, that's also no more young. That's past. That's when you should be in your prime. Kylian Mbappe is doing it. He's young, but he's like a veteran in the game. So we hold on for dear life. So it was time you make a decision. It's a tough decision. You lose an icon of the game, but you're going to gain another superstar, another icon in a few years' time. While they're 19, give them the opportunity. And that's what I'm about, So I'm not afraid to make those decisions. Some people like, some people don't. And I know, it was a legend and that, but time comes for everyone, So it felt that it was the right decision to have young players break through from the MDC ranks, getting their way into the first team. So you have to make those kind of decisions, and that's what happened to Shaba.